Welcome to another episode of the Globe Program Learning Activity Series brought to you by the Asia Pacific Regional Coordination Office. Before you start this activity, give your student a brief background on the importance of our primary senses in the way we respond and react to information around us. Let me show you how to do this. Are you ready? Okay, let's begin. In the hydrologic cycle, moving water such as precipitation, surface water, and groundwater constantly erodes the continents. Part of the eroded material is transported by rivers to oceans, both as suspended solids like sand, clay, and silts, and dissolved substances such as salts. These can be considered natural pollutants, and can vary from dissolved limestone in the form of calcium carbonates, to dissolved minerals that contain heavy metals such as lead, cadmium, and zinc. Other substances are introduced into the hydrologic system through human activities. Oil, sewage, and chemical fertilizers and pesticides are examples. Once these materials are in the water, all forms of life using that water are subject to the effects of these substances. At the completion of the water cycle, the water evaporates, often leaving the particles it carried behind. Scientists have developed tests to see if various substances, whether harmful or beneficial, naturally occurring or not, are found in water. These tests involve the use of tools to measure substances or properties that humans cannot sense directly. Fortunately, humans are imbued with 5 primary senses and a powerful brain to process and respond to information about our environment, which aids our survival. It is our first line of defense against any threats to our health and lives. Our sense of sight visually processes the world around us. It is an excellent way to gather information about our surroundings and protect ourselves from danger, such as consuming unsafe drinking water. Our sense of smell lets us pick up scent clues about our surroundings. Unsafe food and water would normally emit foul odors or has unusual smell, but not all. Our sense of taste is not only vital for enjoying our food, but also for our survival. Odd-tasting food or water may indicate unsafe for human consumption. Our sense of hearing keeps us alert for potential dangers. Loud noises, blaring sounds, or unusual sounds is telling us to be careful and to watch out for possible danger. Our sense of touch responds to anything that comes in contact with our skin. This system tells us when something's cold or hot, rough or smooth, painful or itchy, and so on. Time for some activity. Are you ready? Here's a very simple but fun activity for your students where you can incorporate the Globe program's water protocol. This activity aims to help students understand that some substances can be identified safely with their senses, and that other substances require tools to help students identify them. This activity involves students trying to identify mystery substances in the water. At the end of this activity, students are expected to learn the following science concepts and scientific inquiry abilities. In Earth and space science, water is the universal solvent. In physical science, objects have observable properties that can be measured. In terms of scientific inquiry skills, students are expected to develop explanations using observations, recognize and analyze alternative explanations, communicate procedures and explanations, use instruments to gather data. Here are the materials you need for this activity. 4 clear plastic cups, 4 spoons or straws, distilled or tap water, Globe Program's Water Detectives Worksheet, markers to write numbers on cups, and some water pollutants such as food coloring or coffee, for sight, baking soda or clear syrup, for the sense of touch, some vinegar, or lemon juice, for smell, and carbonated water for hearing. Remember to only use non-toxic, edible pollutants. The time required for this activity is 45 minutes to 1 hour, or 1 class period. Before sending students out of the classroom to do their detective work, conduct a short discussion inside the classroom. Ask the class to think about and discuss the following. How do they use their senses to detect things in their environment? What are the advantages and limitations of each of the senses? How do we use our eyes, ears, noses, mouth and sense of touch to know that something is not right? When do our senses fail to warn us of danger? Let's go outside and find out, shall we? Set up tables or stations equal to the number of groups you have. In this demonstration we're setting up for 5 groups. Number the cups for each station from 1 to 5. Then, do the same thing for all the cups for each station or group. Copy the water detective worksheets and place one worksheet in each station. Lay out the materials on the table for each group or station as shown. Pour water in each cup. Add a little bit of pollutant in the water, and take note of the cup's number and the pollutant it contains. Explain to students that 4 of the 5 cups contain a mystery food that will be considered a pollutant in the water. Students are to detect which cups contain mystery pollutants and which cup has just water by using their senses. Use the water detectives worksheet to have students record their data. Then, introduce students to the use of a pH paper or pH meter as a tool for sensing water. Look at the cups. Put an X next to the cups that do not look like water. Listen to the cups. Put an X next to the cups that do not sound like water. Smell the cups. Put an X next to the cups that do not smell like water. Feel the water dipped from the cups. Put an X next to the cups that do not feel like water. Test the pH levels of each liquid inside the cup. Put an X next to the cups that are not in the expected pH level range of water. And you're done. Congratulations. For more learning activities like this, visit the Globe program website at www.globe.gov. Thank you for watching another episode of the Globe program Science Learning Activity. Remember, don't just learn science, do science.